All right, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to check out real quick how much it cost for a foreign lobby to basically buy themselves a war using the United States military. But first, we had to look at theories because, a lot of people diss the flat earth people a lot, but I think they have some good points, especially when some people try to disprove all their theories and the theories that they're claiming are proven are not proven. Like, for example, the theory of gravity. The theory of gravity is still a theory, and it says right here the theory of gravity has not been definitively proven. While it is widely accepted and supported by many observations, there are still unresolved questions and inconsistencies, particularly when trying to reconcile it with quantum mechanics. Scientists continue to explore and test the theory, but it remains a complex and evolving field of study. So, yeah, gravity itself is still a theory, but everybody knows that gravity exists. So, just saying that something's a theory, so that means it's not true, isn't really the best way to go about it. Okay, so what's the total amount of money donated to Congress by AIPAC? There is no single official total for money donated to Congress, but there's some broad categories here. The direct contributions only total about 3 million, which doesn't sound about right because this website here says that it's 210.4 million. So I don't know what Grok is talking about. And then this is saying that it's more Democrats received it than Republicans, like a 70-30 split. This is giving a list of each person. I mean, $19 million. I don't know how to verify what this website is saying, but it seems more realistic. New York is still topping pro-Israel lobby spending. All right, so let's check out some other categories. The broader AIPAC associated contributions, which is saying here it's 51.1 million in total contributions, where it's saying about 42.6 million went specifically to candidates. And then this third category, they can't even measure it because it's outside independent spending, not direct donations to candidates. So that's like if they buy an ad or even something as innocuous as maybe producing a movie or something like, Schindler's List. Can you really put a dollar value on what Schindler's List did for Israel? Not really. All right, so this could be anything from taking people on trips, Congress people on trips, bringing them to the movies, buying them a gift, buying advertisements for them independently without even asking them permission. All the types of stuff that they did when they primaried Massey, basically. Right. And then I guess, ongoing money just flowing in from AIPAC and other pro-Israel groups. Then if we look at the small dollar donations, that's, I guess, $200 or less, is about 3.8 billion overall. But it only equals about 21% of the, Small individual contributions accounted for roughly 21% of all tracked federal contributions, and then large individual donors over $200 provided the bulk. Right, so that's including all those like big AIPAC money things. Now, the thing with this is, though, that since it's not a PAC, it's just individual people donating, it kind of has that same problem that's like the disorganized masses problem, where even though this is a good amount of people to donate, they're all donating for different reasons. And even these large individual donors, they could be donating for any number of reasons, right? They're not all donating for the same reason, where APAC is donating for one specific reason and one specific reason only, and they're donating all their money in for this one cause. So they're an organized minority, right? Because these people that are donating, maybe they like the guy, maybe they're donating for a specific policy. They're all donating for different policies, though. And there it says that, some smaller candidates like Bernie Sanders, Marjorie Taylor Greene, can raise from 40 to 70% from small donors, but most incumbents and lower profile candidates rely far more on large individual donors and PACs, so their small donor share is much lower. So you can get somebody into Congress, like into the House of Representatives or Congress, from small donations, but it's rare, basically. Most people are going to need these large donations to be able to get in, right? So it's not the majority. So, I mean, we can see here that people are spending a lot of money on congressmen, or congress people, sorry. On average, $421,000 per congressperson. And you got to outbid them. So, you're talking about what, 450,000 at least per congressperson for 500 congresspeople. Like that's the real number, right? If you really want to talk about outspending the Israel lobby so that you can get in control of the military of the United States and not send them over to fight wars that are pro-Israel, then you got to outbid them. I mean, geez, 19.2 million in New York, Missouri, 13 million. And it looks like the Democrats are receiving more. So everyone's like, oh, the Democrats are totally anti-Israel now. That's not true. That's not true. In fact, Democrats are averaging almost 3 times as much per representative of pro-Israel money. So the media can just make up any any image that they want. Oh, now all of a sudden the Democrats are anti-Israel. No, they're not. They're really not. It's just like pulling out Massey and saying, oh, Republicans are anti-Israel because they got one guy. No. So that's what I'm saying, right? It's like, are people actually like going to put up money like this? It's cool to like get money, but it's like, unless you're just going to straight up spend $34 million in New York, right? $1.2 million per congressperson. There's 28 congress people. And you got to beat that number. So you got to spend at least 35, I would say probably 40 million to give them an incentive, right? How's that going to happen? And then you have to get all the people that donate this money to donate it for one specific issue. Just one, because that's why they're winning, because they are an organized minority, because they're only voting for one specific thing. Where, granted, the large donations could be coming in well, they are coming in at a higher 3.8 billion, but each person is individually voting for a different thing. Maybe they're anti-immigration, maybe they're anti-abortion, maybe they're pro Second Amendment, pro First Amendment, maybe they thought that Trump was going to fix censorship, because they're influencer or something like that, right? And they're all donating a different dollar amount, and it's a low dollar amount per person, so each person's individual interest is not really worth as much, and they're a disorganized majority, where again they're organized minority. They're only voting for one specific thing, and they're donating all their money specifically in for one specific thing. And the fact that you can't track this type of outside independent spending, they're like, well, it might be like like 127 million plus another 55 million for some other stuff. And then they're like, we don't really know how much. They're like, we don't really know. So the exact all-time aggregates specifically labeled APAC to Congress are not published as one clean number because of how the money is structured and reported. For the most current breakdowns, opensecrets.org or the FEC filings are the primary sources. But yeah, that's still not going to tell you all of the outside spending. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I was talking about, right? For one specific topic, right? You're going to need probably $250 million to bribe and outbid the APAC. That's what it looks like. All right, the link to this website is in the description. Thanks for watching the video. If you did, have a good day and peace.